A woman ate 16 hamburgers. Then she took out a bottle of laxatives and drank it all down in one gulp. Then she ran to a newlywed couple's wedding venue.
Merry Christmas, one and all!
Joan was arrested and taken to the police station, but she wasn't nervous at all. She was even secretly delighted, because her goal was to embarrass herself in front of the entire nation. The reason she did this was because a few days ago she had registered for an app called Streamberry. She hadn't paid much attention to it initially, but when she turned on the TV that evening, she discovered she had become the female lead of a TV drama. Although the actress in the show wasn't her, the plot was exactly the same as what had happened during the day. She immediately panicked, because she had just secretly met with her ex-boyfriend during the day, and her current boyfriend was right beside her. Joan frantically tried to turn off the TV, but couldn't find the switch anywhere. Her boyfriend angrily turned around and left. She hurriedly chased after him to explain, but couldn't prove her innocence, because it was all true. Her boyfriend drove away without looking back. When she returned to her room in frustration, the TV was showing her attempts to win back her boyfriend. Joan realized this wasn't a TV drama at all. It was practically a live broadcast. Just then, Joan received a text from her mother. It turned out all her relatives and friends had seen it. In just one day, she became a pariah that everyone despised. When she went out, neighbors would actively come over to criticize her. Colleagues at work also looked at her with disgust. Her behavior had a terrible impact. The company fired her that very day. Joan felt she had only made a mistake that any woman might make. Why did everyone hate her? She blamed it all on Streamberry. It had violated her privacy. Joan immediately found a lawyer to sue the company, but the lawyer said the other party hadn't infringed on her rights, because when registering for the app, she had clicked agree. Everything was authorized by her. Joan immediately broke down. This video caused her boyfriend to leave, made her lose her job. Everyone thought she was disgusting. She really had nowhere to go, so she thought of her ex-boyfriend. But her ex-boyfriend had also seen the show. Now no one was willing to deal with her. To continue surviving, she had to make this show stop airing. Joan racked her brains, and finally came up with a brilliant plan. She first ate 16 hamburgers in one go, then took out a bottle of super strong laxatives, and drank it all down in one gulp. From now on, she could only hold out for 5 minutes. First, she used 3 minutes to drive to a church, then used 1 minute to touch up her makeup, then rushed into a newlywed couple's wedding venue. After a crazy outburst, she was arrested and taken to the police station, but she didn't feel ashamed at all. Instead, she was particularly happy. That night when she returned home, she indeed saw her masterpiece on TV. She was very satisfied with the effect, but the star who played her was furious. The star found a lawyer to sue her, but the lawyer said she had already signed an authorization agreement with the platform. Using her face in videos was legal. The star was furious. To protect her own image, she had to personally visit Joan to negotiate.
They took my life, they turned it into a CGI fucking drama. I lose my fiance, I lose my job, they put my entire existence out there for everyone to watch, and you signed up to be the face of it. You're a fucking enabler. I should be yelling at you.
You are yelling at me.
Well, I need to yell at someone!
Well, it's not fair that you're taking it all out on me.
But under Joan's guidance, the star unknowingly changed her mind. They unanimously agreed it was all the platform's fault. This damn show had ruined both their reputations, but now they had no way to deal with the platform. Then the star thought of the simplest and most brutal solution. These shows were all completed by a supercomputer. As long as they destroyed it, their videos could no longer be produced. So the two reached an agreement. They would infiltrate the platform company and smash this damn supercomputer to pieces. They used the star's identity to successfully enter the company. On the top floor of the company, they finally saw the supercomputer. It could steal every registered user's privacy, then make it into movies, broadcasting them constantly on the platform. And for the platform's ratings, it only broadcast users' bad sides, because most people are willing to watch others live poorly. The investors had already stolen information from thousands upon thousands of users. Joan's daily life was just their first experimental film. Once these films hit the market, everyone's life would have no secrets. Seeing this, the two became even more determined to destroy it. While security wasn't paying attention, the two snuck into the supercomputer's control room. And on the control room screens, they saw an even more shocking scene. The original film showed the star's face, but this screen showed Joan's real face. It turned out Joan's world wasn't the real world, but a virtual world generated by the computer. All of them weren't real people either. Joan was even more devastated. Just as she was about to act, the company's executives urgently came forward to stop her, because once the computer was destroyed, this virtual world would disappear. The star immediately urged her to stay stay calm. She didn't want to just disappear like that, but Joan's conviction was firm. After speaking, Joan swung the axe toward the computer. With each strike she made, her appearance would change, until she completely destroyed the computer, finally becoming the original Joan. Joan's terrible show completely disappeared. All the virtual worlds also vanished, although she was arrested and put on an electronic ankle monitor. She could finally be her true self again. For this, she felt incredibly relieved, and didn't regret her decision. But the story doesn't end there. Perhaps you can understand this ending.